So now we're going to take a look at some of my favorite monsters. We're going to do a little bit of a sneak peek. We're going to show you some guys from the Blood Marsh, one of the other zones. You can see here some of the concept art for the Boggin Trapper and the Brute, which I'm going to talk about. But we're going to start with the Boggin. Now this little guy, he's my favorite. He rolls around, he's a little bit cute, he lives underground, and you're going to see a ton of these guys there. And he's part of a family. You might remember the Fallen from Act 1. Well, the Blood Marsh has a family as well. The next member of it is the Boggin Trapper. He actually goes out and hunts. He throws bear traps on the ground to slow his prey, and he fires a little blow dart to incapacitate them. And then we'll look at the Boggin Brute. Now this is the king of the Blood Marsh. He goes where he pleases. He kicks the other enemies out of the way. The little Boggits feel his wrath on the regular. And when we put these guys together, we've got a place that really comes to life and feels like a real world environment. Let's take a look here. These guys are persistent. So, when we create a monster, we think about several different things. We talk about how they come onto the screen, how they spawn, what they do, and how they die. And we're going to get into how they die and what they do in a minute. But I want to talk a little bit about how they're introduced. And we had a particular dungeon called the Catacombs, which is a little bit later in the expansion. And we really wanted to create a feeling in the player of a deep, dark area that's foreboding. You get a sense of dread, and you never know what's going to be around the corner. So we took this little guy called the Scarab, and we said, well, could we just make him crawl out of everywhere? So you never know where he's going to show up, and just put a ton of these guys in there. You can see here the player wandering in. There's just a few of them at the start, but pretty soon there are a lot. That's a lot of guys.